Welcome to Dania Accounting. My name is Ida. In today's video, we will discuss how sole proprietors pay tax. A sole proprietor needs to pay tax on the profit of the company. Tax paid by a sole proprietor is called B-tax. B-tax is calculated using one of three different tax schemes: the personal income tax scheme, the company income tax scheme, and the capital gains tax scheme. Therefore, your accountant needs to consider first what tax scheme is the most beneficial for you. The most commonly used tax scheme is called the personal income tax scheme. This tax scheme taxes the profit of the company regardless of having withdrawn the profit from the company or not. If your annual profit in the company, together with other personal income, for example a salary you might have in addition to your company income, is less than 592,174 Danish krone gross per year, and if you have no company loans with interest, then the personal income tax system will be just fine for most people. The income level I just mentioned here is the 2021 level for when the maximum tax bracket in Denmark begins. Personal income exceeding the maximum tax bracket level will be taxed with an additional 15%. Please remember that this income level changes each year. The personal income tax system is the most straightforward tax system since it does not require any particular calculations. However, if you expect a profit higher than 592,174 Danish krone, and again this is the 2021 limit, or if you pay interests on company loans, it often makes sense to look at the second tax scheme called the company income tax scheme. This tax scheme enables you to consolidate faster by postponing tax for later payment, eventually saving you the full 15% in maximum tax if you plan your income in advance, but only if you're able to leave money inside the company for some time, for example by keeping the money deposited into the company bank account. Also, this tax scheme gives you a much better tax deduction relating to the interest you pay on company loans. If you do not have company loans where you are paying interest, which is the case for most sole proprietors, then you should consider if you expect to have an annual profit that will bring your income into the maximum tax bracket. There is a third tax scheme, also called the capital gains tax system. However, for 2021, this tax scheme is not interesting to look at since it does not provide you with any benefits. So, to summarize, the maximum tax bracket adds a staggering 15% in extra tax. So it is, of course, desirable to avoid this tax if possible. When the personal income is higher than 592,174 Danish krone, the maximum tax of 15% applies. This is the 2021 bracket. You can avoid paying the 15% extra in tax regardless of your profit if you make some planning in advance and use the company income tax scheme. Your accountant can help you with this. How is B-tax calculated and paid? At the beginning of the year or from the date you start your sole proprietorship, we should estimate how much profit you expect to earn that year. The estimated profit we calculate by deducting your estimated costs from your estimated sales. Also, we will help you decide which of the three tax systems to use. The estimated profit is then declared as a self-assessment on Skatteborger. When the self-assessment is declared on Skatteborger, you will receive the calculation of B-tax for the remaining part of the year based on your estimated profit and the chosen tax system. If you change the self-assessment during the year, your tax payments will be adjusted to the remaining month. B-tax is paid monthly from January to May and from July to November. That gives 10 installments per year. Since the tax is based upon your estimate at first, the reality may not reflect your estimate later on. Things can of course change during the year. You might acquire new clients and increase your profit, or you might lose some clients and make less profit than you expected. You can also decide to change the tax scheme to compensate for adjustments to the estimated profit or tax scheme each year. On the 1st of July, all sole proprietors in Denmark need to submit a tax declaration for the previous year. On the tax declaration, we declare the actual profit for the year. Also, here we decide what tax system ultimately to use. If it turns out you paid too little in tax during the 10 installments, you will need to pay additional tax. If you paid too much in tax, you will receive a tax refund. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about paying tax as a sole proprietor, please reach out to us. You can schedule a call or an online meeting from the front page of our website, daniaaccounting.com. Or you can call us on +45 7027 2713. My name is Ida. We are Dania Accounting. Thank you for watching.